Yo, 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 yo. Salute, people. It is here. It is here. What's going on, people? It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another WNBA watch along. This time, we have reached the playoffs. The 2025 WNBA playoffs begins today. We got about a couple minutes until the first game of the first round kicks off, about 11 minutes or so. First game is at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Mark, I saw your comment earlier. Go Valks. And I appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Hope all is well. All right, I know it's a busy Sunday in the sports world. You got football coming on, I know baseball going on, but the W playoffs is here. Most exciting time of the W calendar. And we have a 1-8 matchup in this one. The 8 seed Valkyries, inaugural team, their first year in the league, surprised everyone and made the playoffs, taking on the number 1 seed, the Minnesota Lynx, who have been the number 1 seed all year long. All right, let's get into the starting lineups for both teams. The Valkyries are the road team, so we'll start off with them. We have Veronica Burton, Kyla Charles, Janelle Salon, Cecilia Zandalicini, and Temi Fagbenle, who will be the starters for the Valkyries. Their bench, Caitlin Chen, Letitia Amihir, Kate Martin, Ileana Rupier, Carla Late, and Monique Billings. I hope I'm not missing anybody. The one person they have out, well, the two people they have Mo Billings, who's out, not Mo Billings, Kayla Thornton, who's out, who's been out for basically the whole season with the injury, season-ending injury, and we have Tiffany Hayes, who was reported out earlier today, still dealing with that knee injury. JP, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Yep, we'll be covering as much as the playoffs as I possibly can. Sierra, what's going on? Happy Sunday. Happy Super Sunday. All right, so that's the lineup and the bench and the people who are out for the Valkyries. For the Minnesota Lynx, we have Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, Bridget Carlton, Napheesa Collier, and Alana Smith. That's the lineup that took them to the finals last year, and they've been rocking with all year. For the subs, Jessica Shepard, Natisha Hiedeman, Anastasia Olari Kosu, Maria Kleondakova, Jalen Sherrod, Cameron Taylor, and Dejanay Carrington. She was probable to play in today's game. Right before I came on, I said I saw, according to Underdog, she's available to play. So I had to quickly add her to the list. So that's the whole lineup for the Minnesota Lynx. Everybody is available and ready to defend their number 1 seed and get back to the finals. But it starts one game at a time, as cliche as it sounds. Hold on, let me turn my mic back up. I think I turned my mic down a bit, so I should be good. All right, Liz, what's going on? Salute, salute. Make sure you fill out your vote in the poll. Who do you think will win this afternoon's game? I know here on the East Coast, it's a 1 o'clock game. I know some of y'all out west, it's basically breakfast time over there. So make sure you get your vote in. Who do you think will win tonight's game? I'm seeing the chat saying 80% say Valks already. All right. So we have an underdog story here so far. Let's take a look at the prelude to this game. Golden State finished as the 8th seed, 23-21 record. Minnesota, as the 1 seed, finished the season with a 34-10 record, led by MVP candidate Napheesa Collier. As you can see, the 2 players that are injured, they're on the list for you. Golden State Valkyries, Kayla Thornton is still crazy. She's leading her team in points and rebounds and hasn't played since the All-Star break. Veronica Burton leading the team in assists with 6 assists. Napheesa finished the season shooting 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the line, averaging 22.9 points a game and 7.3 rebounds. Courtney Williams averaging 6.2 assists. All right, I wanted to take a look at, I wish this thing would let me drag this over, but nonetheless, as you can see, this is the first game of the series. The Minnesota Lynx did win the season series 4-0. The last game was a blowout on the last day of the season. They won 72-53. So that was the last game of the season. So we'll see what happens this evening. Let me see if I can drag some things over to make room over here. Whoops, don't want that. Let's drag this over. Oh no, they're just showing the playoff game, so we're not missing anything. All right. All right, so we're good to go. Whoops, we are good to go. All right, remember all 4 teams, all 4 series are happening this evening. All 4 series are happening this evening. Let's take a look at this right quick. So this is the playoff tree. This is the playoff tree for the WNBA playoffs, courtesy of ESPN or whoever created this. So as you can see, Tamso, salute for the follow on the Twitch. Salute. So we have the Minnesota Lynx versus the Golden State Valkyries in a best of 3 series. So whoever the first to win 2 games will advance to take on the winner of the Phoenix Mercury and the New York Liberty. We will be covering that game later. That game starts at 5 p.m. Eastern. In the other side of the bracket, you have the Las Vegas Aces riding a 16-game winning streak going into the playoffs, taking on the Seattle Storm. It feels like these 2 teams continue to face off in the first round or in the playoffs throughout their history. So that should be a good one on the 2-7 matchup. And then Atlanta and Indiana, that game happens next on ABC. I won't be covering that one. I have to step out for a bit. And then I'll run back to do the Liberty game. So Atlanta, Indiana is next on ABC. That's the 3-6 matchup. The winner of these 2 bottom series will face each other in the second round. All right, so that is the playoff tree. I'll try and have a screen that will update the tree as we go along. I'll probably have to use my created tree from the last stream that we did. Change up the graphics a little bit, try to make the playoff field look a little different. So I'm glad you guys are tuned in for it. It was funny as the playoffs was coming, I went back to my older streams to see what I did for the playoffs, and it was funny. The first year I was doing this back in 23, I was actually in Hawaii on vacation. The Liberty were playing the Connecticut Sun, and I was in the hotel room doing a stream, and I saw some familiar names that I still see today. So I appreciate you guys for all the support over the years. It's my 3rd season, a 3rd playoff run, so I appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right, this game is on ESPN. However, you can access ESPN. You can watch it there. It's not on Disney Plus or whatever else that they got going on over there at ESPN. You can watch it so you could watch at Disney, I should say. So you could watch it on ESPN. Whether that's I'm watching it on ESPN through YouTube TV. If you have access to the ESPN app and you have a cable provider, you can log in there. Otherwise, you can stay tuned in here. I'll try to give you as much information as possible. Yeah, Sierra, that was our first playoff run. So our first long playoff run. So I made sure I didn't even bring all the equipment. I just brought a regular webcam, my laptop, my iPad, and we made it work. And that first game of the series against Connecticut was rough. We got smacked up by Connecticut, but it's those experiences you remember from where you started to where you are now. Alrighty. What are y'all thoughts? I see Lynx have taken over the poll, 57% in favor of the Lynx. Let me turn my volume up. They're starting the broadcast now. Who is that? Oh, that's Bia. Bia. She's doing the promo for the commercial or the intro segment for ESPN. All right, man, I'm excited. Playoffs are here. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting, patiently waiting, and it's finally here. Jackie, what's going on? Salute. Glad you could join. Hope all is well on this Sunday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. WNBA playoffs first round about to kick off. the Valkyries, the 8th seed, the the band of mismatched and I don't even know how to describe them. Just a band of players that were the 7th woman on a number of teams have banded together under head coach Natalie Nakase to get a playoff berth in their first season. But they starting off on the road. Unfortunately for game 2, they'll be home, quote unquote, because they won't be able to play at the Chase Center, Ball Hollow, whatever. There's an event taking place there, so they have to play an hour down the road in San Jose, where apparently that's where the San Jose Sharks, the hockey team, play. So it'll be a home away from home. They'll be in the same state. That's as much as good as I can compare it to. All right, if you're just joining, make sure you fill out the poll. Who do you think will win this afternoon's game between the number 1 seed and the number 8 seed? They have Debbie Antonelli and Tiffany Green on the call. Debbie Antonelli does a lot of calls for the Indiana Fever local broadcast, so you'll be familiar with her. Get some water before we start. Man, I'm excited. And it's funny, as we're talking about her doing Indiana games, she's talking about the Atlanta Indiana Fever game and Kelsey Mitchell. Oh, they're prefacing all the games. What's going on? Between Fever and New York now, Alyssa Thomas averaged the most assists in the league this year, 9.2 assists per game. New York assisted on 74% of their field goals made in the season. RC, what up? Have a good. I appreciate you, bro. It was funny. I was just telling the people when I was streaming from Hawaii that year, and I was looking at the live chat and I saw your name pop up. I was like, it's been a nice journey here. RC Valkyries overachieved this year, but now they'll probably get packed up. My prediction for this series is Lynx in 2. So they'll win both games here. All right, let me take the games, the time until tip-off off. All the players are giving each other high fives, teams talking to each other one last time, and we're about to get this show on the road here. Let me fix my chair. I'm a little too upright. I gotta lean back a little bit. There we go. We good to go now. We are good to go. All right. For those just joining, I will be doing this game. Won't be doing the second game between the Fever and Atlanta. I have to run out for a bit, and then I'll come back and do the Liberty game. Starting lineups are on your screen. It's going to be Fagbenle versus Alana Smith for the jump ball here. And we're up, and the Lynx win the tip, and we have kicked off the first game of the first round of the 2025 playoffs. Live from Target Center. Not me, but the game. Ball down to Napheesa. Napheesa attacks Fagbenle. That fall away is up, and Fisa on the board early. Wasted no time. Gets to her patented fall away, middle of the floor, unguardable. 2-0 Lynx. Ball over to Fagbenle. Top of the key. Fagbenle jabs at Alana Smith, goes down the lane. She finishes with the right. She gets some get back there and finishes with the right hand layup over 2 defenders. 2-2. Dion, what's going on? Salute. Listen, man, we all got to make the money. I appreciate you tuning in for a bit. Napheesa, left corner 3, and she misses. Zandalicini with the rebound. Zandalicini playing against her former team, where she was on that team that went to the finals last year with the Lynx. You got Fagbenle. Ball over to Kyla Charles. Left elbow is short. Rebound to Alana Smith. Candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Bridget Carlton with the ball. Left side, comes off the screen. They hedge out to her. Courtney Williams over. Corner to Napheesa. She pump fake. Steps in. Long 2 is off. Tip rebound goes to Charles. So Napheesa's taken all 3 shots so far. She's 1 for 3. Kyla Charles, right side to Zandalicini, guarded by McBride. Over to Charles, top of the key. Left side to Fagbenle. Fagbenle almost travels, keeps the pivot. Nowhere to go. Get to Zandalicini on the handoff. Middle of the floor. Jump shot is short. And wide open, short on the jumper. Rebound to Smith over the fee. Napheesa on the attack again, gets downhill. Right-hand layup is off. So Napheesa, after making that first jump shot, has now missed her last 3. Burton with the ball over to Charles. Charles on the attack, gets downhill. Wild shot, double clutches on the layup. Good defense by Smith. Lynx on the run here. Courtney Williams over to Fee. Fee dribbles right, hand off to Bridget. Bridget curls into the paint, down the lane, tries to switch hands in midair, and gets fouled by the covering Xander Lassini on the help. So we'll have our first free throws of the game. RC said I need 4 eyeballs to watch WNBA and NFL. So glad I'm not as locked into the NFL as I used to be. Bridget Carlton knocks down the free throw. And Bridget Carlton's second free throw is up and good. So it's 4-2 home team. Lynx on top. Valkyries with the ball with Veronica Burton. Gets it over to Charles. Charles with the ball. Up top to Burton. Burton loads up for a top of the key 3. Hey, Veronica Burton, my most improved player, knocks down the 3. And the away team with the lead. 5-4. Veronica Burton leads the Golden State Valkyries in made 3s. So she is a threat from out there. Good pass from Williams to Atlanta Smith. Jump pass gets stolen by Burton. Turnover there by the Lynx. Burton, an all-around player, can do it all for you. Rebound, assist, score. Salon finds Fagbenle on the drive, goes up, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Dion says Watkins for the Valks. Watkins. Who's Watkins? Fagbenle at the line. First free throw is up. Knocks it down. So it's 6-4. 6-4 is the score. You can't give the Valkyries any confidence, though. I will say that. I'm going to get the players on the court on the screen for you guys so you can see. She misses the second. Rebound goes off of, I don't know what they called. It goes off of the Lynx and out of bounds, so the Valkyries get another opportunity here. Oh, you're saying Juju for the Valks. Oh, I see what you're saying. Got you. Thanks, Zay, for that. I don't know. I don't think she'll drop that far. Burton for 3. Oh, Veronica Burton with a left corner 3 right in front the Lynx bench, and it's 9-4. Veronica Burton with 2 threes there. She's 2 for 2. 6 for Veronica. It's 9-4. Nally Nakase, no stranger to the playoffs. She was an assistant on those Aces runs to the finals. Kayla McBride into the paint, throws up the floater, fight for the rebound by Xander Lassini. So Golden State up 9-4. And Fagbenle down the lane. She gets the pass, right-hand lay, timeout. And they force Minnesota to call the first timeout. I love it. The young, hungry, I shouldn't call them young, but the new Golden State Valkyries, inaugural season as the 8th seed, heavy underdogs here, and they're up 11-4 here as we have our first timeout of the game. You love to see it, people. You love to see it. So you can see bottom of the screen here, you got 5 for Fagbenle and 6 for Burton. They're the 2 scorers for the Valkyries for those 11 points. For the Lynx, you have 2 for Carlton and 2 for Napheesa. 11-4. Jay is Nugget Supersonics 94 all over again. Listen, that would be insane. So the Valkyries hooping so far. Valkyries are hooping so far. You cannot take anything away from that team. They're going to fight until the finish here. Appreciate everyone tuning in for some WNBA action. I know it's a busy Sunday in the sports world, but I'm glad you're here on the channel. I'm still contemplating if I'm going to do that Minnesota Vegas Seattle game at 10 o'clock. I do have work tomorrow, so we'll see if I'm able to do it tomorrow. Nah, I'm not, I didn't renew my playoff strip, RC, for the playoffs this year. I said I saw us lose a finals in person, and I saw us win a finals in person. So it's I'll be doing it all from the computer. Yeah, and I'll be on for the Liberty game. The only game I'm not doing definitely is the Atlanta Fever game. I have to, as soon as this stream is over, I have to run out to a family friend for their birthday, show face, and then speed back home. Thankfully, we're in the same city. We're coming back from commercial now. Coming back from commercial now. For those who are unaware, Napheesa is the second player in history to average 50% from the field, 40% from three, and 90% from the foul line in the regular season. The other was Elena Deladon when she was in 2019 with the Washington Mystics. Ball and play here with the Mystics. Hayes is out, Dion. Hayes is Hayes is still out with the knee injury. I should put my ticker back on with the injuries at the bottom of the screen. I should have. That's my bad. Ball over to McBride. Left wing three. Misses. Tip rebound by Xander Lassini over to Burton. Burton with the ball. Left side of the floor. Burton comes off the screen. Burton at the 3-point line. Loads up for another one. Short on that one. Fight for the rebound. Fact Bentley tips it. But right to McBride. But Charles gets the steal. Over to Salon. Pump fakes for three. Drives right. Fall away. Baseline off balance. Can't get it. And Bridget Carlton with the rebound. Courtney Williams up top to Napheesa, a foul away from the ball on, who do they call that on? Foul on Kyla Charles on Napheesa, on Alana Smith. As I mentioned, Natalie Nakase, first year head coach, 2 titles as an assistant with the Aces. Kayla McBride at the left elbow, steps back for a 2, off. Rebound to Charles. Charles with the ball, crosses half court, attacks Courtney, looking for Burton, can't get it to her, now gets it to her. Top of the key, over to Fag Benley. AR, what up? Ball over to Burton to Fag Benley in the paint, out to Burton. Burton for another 3, and she misses that one. Salon fighting for it, Fag Benley fighting for it. It finds its way to Napheesa. Courtney Williams off the stagger from the Lynx. Gets it up top to Fee. Fee attacks Kyla Charles into the paint, throws up the floater, off balance, foul, and 1. Napheesa Collier breaks their cold streak and gets the basket. They'll go to the line for the 3-point play. Who did they call that on? Did they call that on Fag Benley? Okay, I was about to say, if that was on Charles, that's not a foul on Charles. But Fag Benley, trying to contest on the help, jumps into her area. Napheesa at the line for the 3-point play, loads it up, and cashes in. So 5:10 to go here. Ball in play with the Valkyries, 11-7 in this first game of the first round. 1 seed versus 8 seed. Burton gets it over to Xander Lassini. She's been quiet and gets fouled on a 3 by Alana Smith. Cardinal sin of basketball, fouling a jump shooter from 3. And Xander Lassini will go to the line for 3 free throws here. So Xander Lassini, 41% from 3. That's good for 7th in the league this season. She knocks down the first free throw. No substitutions yet. The second one is up. Is good. As I say that, now the subs come in. Jessica Shepard comes in for the Lynx. Kate Martin with some early minutes here for the Valkyries. The Sports Furry made me aware of you. Salute, Victor. I'm glad you were able to find the channel. 14-7. Oh, whoops. There we go. Ball in play here with the Lynx. It's 14-7. 14-7. Courtney Williams, foul line jump shot is up. Bobbles in and out. Salon with the rebound. She was a beast on the boards in that last game of the season against the Lynx. She struggled from shooting though. She couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. Salon travels, and I think that's their first turnover of the game. 14-7, 4:35 to go here in the first quarter. Napheesa gets it ball into Courtney Williams. Williams with the ball. Top of the key here. Looking for Napheesa. Right to left crossover. Gets into the paint. Goes up. Right hand lay. She smokes it. Misses the layup. Benley with the rebound. Burton on the run here. Burton in and out dribble. Attacks Carlton. Left to right. Between the legs. Over to Salon. Salon loads up for a three. Oh, that's a good sign if you were on the last watch along. The Valkyries could not buy a three. They were like 0 for 12 in the first half. 3 threes already. You knew the threes would eventually fall for them. McBride down the lane. Right hand scoop is up and bounces off the back rim and scores. Score is 17-9. Under 4 minutes to go in the first. Salon over to Benley. Back to Salon. Salon off the screen going to her left. Hezzy gets into the paint. Drops it off to Benley. Benley in the paint against Shepard. Gets fouled on the reverse layup. And Benley will go to the line for free throws. AR said, Jay, am I back in the Valks? I can't go against my prediction. I did say Lynx in 2, but I wouldn't be mad if the Valkyries stole a game here. It'd make things interesting, to be completely honest with you. But I did say Lynx in 2 before the game started, so I can't go back on that. Golden State, 9.7 3-point field goals made, 29 attempted, almost 30 attempted. 46% of their field goal attempts come from there, and the percentage of their points from 3, they lead the league in all those categories from 3-point range. So they're pretty much a live by the 3, die by the 3 type of team. 18-9 is the score. Natisha Hiedeman checks in and gets right to work, gets the left-hand layup right down Main Street. 18-11. Burton with the ball, looks to attack, finds Martin on the baseline cut. She dribbles out to Salon. Salon loads up for another 3, and she misses that one. Williams with the rebound. Williams over to Hiedeman, guarded by Martin. Up top to Courtney. Courtney jab steps into the paint, tries to pass it to Shepard. Stolen by Burton. Burton, that's her second steal. Burton gets down the lane. Euro steps into the paint. Off balance, throws up the floater. Air ball. Rebound to McBride. They have no numbers. Oh, Hiedeman finds Shepard. Up top to McBride. Loads her feet for 3. Cash. K-Mac for 3. And it's 18-14. 4-point game. 18-14. Burton with the ball. Right side of the floor. Comes off the screen. Right to left crossover into the paint. Benley. Long midi. Bounces around and rolls in. So Benley. She's looking to be a scorer in this one. They're going to need some help from all areas. Benley already up to 8 points. Williams with the ball. They leave her open. Get the ball to Shepard. Shepard into the paint. Curls around. Misses the floater. Gets her own rebound. And put back is good. Jessica Shepard is on the board. You got Burton with the ball. Right to left crossover. Guarded by Williams tightly. Comes off the screen. Going to her right. Finds Benley on the roll. Almost loses the ball. Picks it back up. Finds Salon in the middle of the floor. Attacks Napheesa. Off balance. Takes the bump. And scores over Napheesa. Janelle Salon with the basket. And she's up to 5 points. Courtney Williams with the ball. Williams up top to Jessica Shepard. They backing off her. They know she's not a 3-point threat. Back to Williams. Williams, center of the floor. Over to Hiedeman. Left wing 3. Open. Air ball. Shepard, offensive rebound. And put back. That is what Jessica Shepard can do for you. She's a beast on the boards. 22-18. Valkyries on top. 130. A little less than 130 to go. Burton hasn't sat a minute. She comes down the floor. Up. Left hand scoop. Too strong. Shepard with the rebound. Williams with a chance to get within 1 with a 3. 2 with a 2. Williams almost travels, gets it out to Napheesa. Napheesa drives on Kate Martin, finds Shepard, out to Hiedeman. Hiedeman, same spot. And same result with a miss from 3. Fight for the defensive rebound. Fee on the floor. Gets it out to Williams. Shot clock resets to 14. Williams off the screen to her right. Pass to Fee. Hiedeman again from the same spot. Third time's the charm. They gave her 3 opportunities at that same left wing 3. And the third time she buries it. All net. 22, 21, 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter. You give a good player that many wide open attempts from that spot, they're gonna make one eventually. Nah, she 49.7 seconds to go here in the first. Ball in play here with the Valkyries. Ball in play here. Burton crosses half court. They probably have enough time for the 2-for-1 here. Burton gets downhill, picks up her dribble over to Zandalicini. No hesitation for 3. She answers right back. Cecilia Zandalicini cashes in from 3. 25-21, Golden State on top here, on the road. Hiedeman gets downhill. Oh, pullback on Kate Martin. Dancing, gets down the lane, goes left-hand floater off. And Valkyries can hold for 1 here. Burton with the ball. So Burton, Fagbenle, Zandalicini, and Talon have played the whole first quarter here. Playoffs, the rotations get shortened. Burton with the ball with 6 on the clock. Comes off the screen. In and out dribble on Shepard. Out to Salon. Salon loads up for a 3. Oh, Janelle Salon knocks down the 3 with 1.2 seconds to go, and that's how the quarter ends. 28-21. Golden State responds after the Lynx come back to within 1. They push the lead to 7 at the end of the first quarter. We have a good one on our hands, people. The Golden State Valkyries, in their first playoff appearance in their first year, have a 7-point lead on the best record in the league, the team with the best record in the league. Veronica Burton, 6 points in 10 minutes. She made her first 2 threes of this one. Let's take a look at the box score. Let me see if this page is loaded. Hopefully it is. Let's refresh this. We have a good one on our hands, people. J-Word, great way to start the day. It is. I mean, I can't count Golden State out yet. It's still early. You give them 2 minutes, they'll wipe a 10-point lead out instantaneously. So, I cannot count them out as of yet. Janelle Salon, 8 points on 2 of 3 from 3-point range, as I mentioned in that last game of the season, September 11th, against this same Lynx team. She made no threes, if I remember correctly. She couldn't throw a rock in the ocean from 3, and she's come out with 2 threes already. 6 for Zandalicini. She's made a 3. 8 for Fagbenle. 6 for Burton with 5 assists. So Burton already working on a double-double here. Kyla Charles yet to score. Kate Martin, only sub that's coming yet, no points. The Valkyries shooting 50% from the field, 62.5 from 3 on 5 of 8 shooting. So they've already made more threes than they made all of last game against the Lynx. And they're 5 for 7 from the line. They have 8 assists on 9 made field goals, which is a good ratio there. 3 steals and only 1 turnover for the Valkyries. For Minnesota, you got Napheesa with 5 points. She had the first basket of the game and then missed her next 3. Made a free throw. 2 for Bridget Carlton, none for Alana Smith. She does have 2 fouls already. She did foul a 3-point shooter as well. 5 for Kayla McBride and Courtney Williams with none. Their bench has helped them out tremendously. You got 4 for Jess Shepard with 3 rebounds and 5 for Natisha Hiedeman. Chemo, what's going on? Mish, appreciate that. Word, let's get the likes up, people. Salute to everyone joining the stream. We are in the first day of the WNBA playoffs. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. Helps the channel out tremendously. We'll be covering the playoffs as much as we can throughout this run. We'll be back later for the Liberty and Phoenix game. For those just joining, as you can see above my head, I am a Liberty fan, so I will be covering that Liberty game at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then I'll see how I feel later to cover the Aces Seattle game. That's a 10 p.m. Eastern game, so a pretty late one. All right, we're at The end of the first quarter, 28-21. I did not have that on my bingo card, as they say, but it's still early, still 30 minutes of basketball to play. And we know the Lynx are a very formidable team. They can erase deficits in an instant. Right? Broadcast is coming back on. Let me get things ready for the second quarter. They about to talk to Natalie Nakase. They getting the headset set up and stuff. Is the ball in play? I can't tell. I think the ball's in play. All right, I'm going to start the timer. I think the ball's in play. They have the camera focus on Coach Nakase, so I can't really. Now they bring it back to the court. Burton with the ball, right side of the floor. Burton, top to Xander Lassini. Ileana Rupier is checked in for the Valkyries. Xander Lassini, another three. Too strong, fight for the rebound. And they say it's a foul on Rupier for hooking on the rebound. So it's the Minnesota ball here, 28-21. Ron C, what up? Glad you could pop in, my friend. Ball in play here with the Lynx. Hiedeman with the ball. Back to Napheesa, back to Hiedeman. Looking for Bridget on the curl. Finds Courtney other side on the curl. Foul line jump shot too strong. She tries to tap her own rebound, but taps it to a Valkyries player. Salon with the ball. Salon over to Rupier. Up top to Burton. Burton quickly on the attack. Steps back for a three. And it's an air ball. Damn. $1 million move, 10 cent or 0 cent finish. You get nothing. So after making her first 2 threes, she's missed her last couple from 3. Her last 3 from 3. Ball in play here with the Lynx. Hiedeman, top of the key here. Gets the screen from Fee, going to her left. Hook pass over to Fee. Fee loads up for 3 and too strong. Carlton gets the offensive rebound, loses it, and it goes out of bounds on the save from Xander Lassini. She steps on the line. Lynx will inbound it under their basket. Williams gets it into Fee. Corner to Bridget Carlton. Carlton drives left baseline, steps through over to Shepard. Right corner to Courtney Williams for 3. She almost banks it in, but it's off. Rebound to Burton. Burton might play all 40 minutes at this rate. Kyla Charles on the attack on Hiedeman. Stops, reverses, throws it out to Burton. Corner to Salon. Salon attacks Napheesa. Gets into the paint, bumps, tries to step through, throws it out to Burton. Burton on the drive. Floater! Off the glass, too strong, rolls out. Rebound to Napheesa. Oh, man, you ended up losing that game? Can't relate. As Hiedeman gets to the basket, left hand layup is up and good. Timeout by Coach Nakase. 28-23. That was the first basket of the second quarter for either team. Coach Nakase didn't like how that looked there. Hiedeman off the bench has been a spark. She has 7 points off the bench. So we go into another commercial here. Timeout called by the Golden State Valkyries. Right. What was the score of that game, Ron? See, I didn't get to watch any of it. I was trying to get ready. I was out and I was trying to get ready for this. I know. Did Man U even score in that one? I know City definitely. I know Holland scored. I don't know who else scored. Oh, 3-0. God damn, Man U in the mud. I'm sorry. Can't relate. I'm an Arsenal fan. We took care of business yesterday against Nottingham Forest. But anyways, back to W basketball. 28-23. Timeout was called by the Valkyries. It's only 2-0 in the quarter so far, but Coach Nakase trying to harp on some of the errors that she's seen so far in this one. Turn my fan on. It's getting a little warm in here. I don't know if it's just Because I'm a little excited about the playoffs or just hot in general? Oh, that Discord link is wrong. I need to stop that one from what you call it in. Turn you off. There we go. Let's remove that. That link is wrong. Ronski said, remember my prediction? I said Lynx would not make the finals. Yeah, man, I wrote it down. I wrote it down. Yeah, that's a robot friend. I had it set up for a while, and then I guess when they updated it, I didn't turn it back on. So I just turned the stuff back on and didn't really check the links that were supposed to be updated. So that is my robot friend. It just posts those same two messages reminding people to like and subscribe and the Discord link. All right, 28-23, waiting for us to come back to broadcast, and they are now. Coming back to broadcast. They're focusing on the Lynx offensive ineptitude against this hungry, rotate heavy Valkyries defense. But let's see what they can do on the offensive end as the ball is back in play here with the Valkyries. Is Burton, Martin, Salon, Charles, and Rupier on the floor. Burton comes off the screen going to her right. Burton, line drive down the basket, tries to quick lay it up, and they call a foul on the offensive rebound. Foul on Ileana Rupier. That's her second offensive rebounding foul. Ball in play here with the Lynx and Hiedeman. No subs at the table, so no subs happening right now. Ball over to Hiedeman, over to Alana Smith. She's scoreless. Hand off to Bridget Carlton. Carlton up top to Hiedeman. Hiedeman finds Alana Smith at the left elbow. She turns around, throws it out to Hiedeman. Hiedeman attacks to close out, gets it over to McBride with 3 on the clock. McBride off balance jumper is good. That's sometimes you just need some shot makers on your team when the clock is dwindling. And McBride hits an off balance right mid-range jump shot. 28-25. Kyla Charles over to Rupier. Rupier with the pump fake. Goes over to Burton. Burton has enough time to test the wind, and she cashes in. Looks to the heavens saying, finally, after making her first 2, she had missed her next 4. She buries that one. 31-25. Her next 3, excuse me. I don't want to say she missed more than she has. That's all her points have been from 3. McBride finds Alana Smith on the roll. She goes up, and Kyla Charles with the reach-in foul. Alana Smith will go to the line for free throws. Got to keep those hands straight up. You find your hand in the cookie jar. Don't get caught there. Kyla Charles, she did it good initially, and then just reaches down a tiny bit. Doesn't keep those arms vertical. And Smith draws the foul. She gets into the scorebook with her first point of the game. A career high 1.9 blocks this season. That was good for 3rd in the W. And she knocks down both free throws. 31-27. Approaching 7 minutes to go. Napheesa walks to the table to check back in. Burton gets it over to Charles. Charles was on a hardship contract, and now she's starting in the playoffs. Insane. Burton gets it down to Rupier against McBride. Spins, throws it out to Salon. Salon for 3. Oh, halfway down and out. Martin tips it, but right to Shepard. Shepard on the run here. Throws it over to Bridget Carlton. Left side. Up top to Alana Smith. Right side to Hiedeman. Hiedeman. Top of the key here. Guarded by Charles. Left side to Carlton. Over to Shepard on the left baseline. She tries to drive baseline. Goes under the basket. Spins back the other way. Double clutches and scores. You cannot give her that baseline. She will take up the space and seal you so that she can just go right up and score. Burton with the ball. 31-29. Burton drives down the hill. Throws it out to Rupier. She has to recover it. And gets it over to Martin. Martin, left hand drive. Martin into the paint. Stops. Nowhere to go. One leg fall away over Hiedeman. Short. And Charles tips it out of bounds. Out of McBride's hand. And ball goes to the Lynx with a chance to tie or take the lead. As I mentioned, Napheesa was at the table to check in. She does check in. Shepard goes to the bench with some good minutes. Ball in play here with the Lynx, excuse me. Hiedeman over the feed, back to Hiedeman. Hiedeman looking to get it to McBride. Right elbow push shot. She gets fouled at the right elbow. Burton not happy, and McBride at the line for 2 free throws to try and tie this game. Fagbenle also has checked back in for the Valkyries for Ileana Rupier. So McBride already up to 7 points here on 3 of 6 shooting. I just noticed all the Minnesota players that are on the court right now have like pink in their hair. So I guess some solidarity with their stud bud teammates. As McBride hits the first free throw. McBride at the line for the second free throw. It's up, and she cashes in. Tie game, 31-31. They're outscoring the Valkyries 10-3 here in the quarter. First tie since it was 2-2 in the first quarter. Valkyries with the ball. Burton over to Charles. Charles on the attack, gets downhill, pump fakes, goes corner to Salon. Salon up top to Burton. Burton with 5 on the clock. Crosses over on McBride, gets downhill, Euro steps out to Fagbenle for 3. Air ball and rebound to Hiedeman. Hiedeman with the ball, drops it off to Fee. Fee left side of the floor against Kyla Charles. They bring a late double over up top to Alana Smith for the lead, and she misses. Rebound to Burton. Burton on the attack here. Slows it down, doesn't have the numbers. Crossover on Carlton. They call a foul on Carlton for the reach-in. I don't know if that was really a foul, but listen. What's up, Kat? Appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in. I will be putting that 3. Oh, that was a kick ball, or it wasn't. Oh, it was a kick ball before the foul, but is what it is. Salon over to the Burton. Burton comes off the screen going to her right. Burton behind the back, snatch back dribble, throws it down to Fagbenle against Napheesa. Left hand layup is too strong. Rebound to McBride. McBride and the Lynx with a chance to take the lead. Gets downhill, goes quick right hand scoop, and the Minnesota Lynx have the lead again. 33-31. Burton tries to get the lead back. She fakes the pass, finds a cutting Salon. No foul there, and the Lynx have the steal. McBride on the run here. Slows it down, throws it over to Hiedeman in the right corner. Hiedeman, hezzy move. Slows it down. Finds Alana Smith on a cut, and no foul there. Oh, I'm about to say they didn't call a foul, but the backside official calls the foul. Alana Smith will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Alana Smith at the line for free throws. First one is up. Bounces off the back rim and in. Second one is up. She misses. And Xander Lassini, who's checked back in, gets the defensive rebound. 3-point game here. 34-31. Something happened with the shot clock. It's still at 24 seconds, so they have to re-inbound it. Cass said, you picked Valks in the poll? If it was Valks first quarter, you would have been good. Right now, they're in a little bit of a danger zone right now. Xander Lassini with the ball, guarded by Alana. Oh, what a pass from Xander Lassini to Fagbenle. Attracts the double, feeds Fagbenle on the roll. Layup is good. 33-34. Fagbenle up to 10 points. Guarded, Carlton up top, guarded by Martin. Xander Lassini shoots the gap, almost gets the steal there. It goes out of bounds, hits a fan in the front row. Got to be paying attention. Got to have the hands ready in that front row. McBride to inbound, gets it into Hiedeman. So it's Hiedeman, Fee, Smith, McBride, and Carlton. Hiedeman with the ball with 6 on the clock. Hezzy move, gets downhill, double clutches, tries to go glass, misses, gets her own rebound, putback is good. You gotta secure those defensive rebounds if you're the Valkyries. Burton out to Salon. Salon into the paint. Oh, what a feat to Bentley. She can't control it though. Picks it up out to Burton. Burton attacks and a reaching foul on. Is that on Fee? I think that was on Fee. So Bentley, good contest, but she gave up. Didn't continue to try and go after the ball, but Hiedeman, quick second jump, gets her own rebound, doesn't even come down. Putback is good. Those Valkyries ball. And Burton turns it over. Alana Smith gets the steal, goes downhill, gets left hand layup, foul, and one. (38-33). Burton tried to get it into Salon. So they're trying to debate if it's a clear path or not. I don't think it's a clear path. But we'll see if... I think she fouled her before the gather. Oh, Alana Smith just airballs the free throw. So I guess it no harm, no foul, I guess. 38-33. She literally missed the basket by like 2 feet. Ball in play here with the Valkyries. They're struggling this quarter, being outscored 17 to 5 right now. Burton out to Salon. Salon, handoff to Zandalacini. Zandalacini with 6 on the clock. Crosses over on feet, gets into the lane, goes up for the right hand layup. Is good. Zandalacini with a nice basket. And Zandalacini gets the steal, but saves it right to the Lynx. Nobody was back there with her to help. Napheesa attacks, bumps off Burton, shoots over her, can't even see her. She's too little, and scores. 40-35. Fee now up to 7 points. Burton gets downhill, gets cut off by Smith. Finds Martin on the curl. Fight between Hiedeman and Martin, and a foul there by Hiedeman on the floor. Yeah, you heard Debbie Antonelli over here talk about clear path, clear path. She didn't. That's not the rule of a clear path there. All right, we're in a timeout now. We are in a timeout. Let me see who called that timeout actually. It's an official's timeout. Score is 40-35, 2:42 to go in the first half. Tom the Cat says, as a Lynx fan, I'm excited to see them, excited for them to go to the WNBA Finals. You got to get there first, my friend. It's a long journey. You got to win 5 games to get to the finals from this point. So, but salute to you as a Minnesota fan. Let's take a look at the box score while we have some time. 40-35 is the score. As you can see, Lynx have taken over in the second quarter, 19-7. 19-7. Janelle Salon with 8 points. Got 8 for Zandalacini with 4 rebounds, 10 for Bentley, 9 for Veronica Burton. I think she's played every minute of this game so far. And none for Kyla Charles. Off the bench, Martin and Rupier yet to score. For Minnesota, you have Napheesa with 7 points, 4 rebounds. You have 2 for Carlton, 5 for Smith, 11 for K-Mac, and none for Courtney Williams. She's stinking it up. Hiedeman with 9 and 6 for Shepard off the bench. So you have 15 points off the bench compared to none for the Golden State Valkyries. This is what happens. See, if they had Kayla Thornton and Tiffany Hayes, this would be a much different series. But you can only play who you have, and the Lynx can only play who's in front. Shut up, Siri. Siri, I'm not talking to you. These things always listening, man. You gotta be careful. Anyways, 40-35 is the score. Salute to all of y'all in the chat. If you're new here, subscribe, leave a like. Helps the channel out tremendously. What I was gonna say earlier is I will put the Fever Atlanta game in the Discord if you don't have access to ABC. I will put it in the Discord for people to watch. Discord link is in the description below, so you can watch it live. And then I'll come back on YouTube and Twitch for the Phoenix Liberty series. All right, broadcast is coming back now. Word what Sierra said. Join us in the Discord. Be having fun in there, talking hoops, watching hoops, all the above. All right, so ball is going to be Valkyries' possession here at half court. Burton to inbound. Burton gets it into Zandalicini with 2:40 to go. Zandalicini comes off the screen, stops, pump fakes, resets, midi, short. Rebound to Napheesa. Napheesa over to Hiedeman. Hiedeman up the court. Comes off the screen, going to her left. Freezes dribble, gets it over to McBride. Corner to Smith. Down the feet in the post against Martin. Fall away jump shot between 3 players, and she draws the foul. So Napheesa will go back to the line for free throws. Napheesa hits the first free throw. Napheesa with 8 points, 5 rebounds at the line for the second free throw. And she knocks down both. So largest lead of the game for the Lynx, 42-35, 7-point game. Valkyries need to close this quarter nicely here. Can't go into halftime down double figures. Minnesota's a good third quarter team. Ball over to Fagbenle. Bumps off Alana Smith and hits her with the floater. Get in the weight room, Alana Smith. 42-37. Fagbenle's been ultra aggressive in this one. Fee over to McBride. It's not McBride. Hiedeman over to McBride. McBride for 3, and you can't let her get that much space. Kayla McBride, left wing 3 is cash. 8-point game again. 45-37. Burton with the ball over to Fagbenle. Fagbenle calls for the handoff. Gets it over to Zandalicini. No hesitation 3. Bounces off the rim a couple times. Martin gets the offensive rebound. Out to Burton. Burton loads up for a 3 off the rim. Salon gets the offensive rebound, brings it down, and it's a jump ball between Salon and McBride. And both players don't want to let go of the ball here. I love it. I love it. So Salon versus McBride on the jump ball. Salon does have the height advantage. Where she... Yeah, it's just mind games here. McBride over here smirking on holding on to the ball there. All right. Jump ball is up. Salon wins it, but it tips it to Hiedeman, and the Lynx have it. Ball over to Hiedeman. Hiedeman cuts downhill, bounce past to Fee, reaching, foul. Oh, Fee almost makes that one, and she's just parading to the foul line now. Golden State reeling a bit here. So Napheesa back at the line for more free throws. First free throw is up. Fee knocks it down. So Napheesa, how many free throws has she taken already? Let me see. Napheesa's taken 5 free throws. She's made her 6 just now. 47-37. Oh, I think that was her 5th free throw, excuse me. 47-37, 10-point lead. Xander Lassini with the ball. Crossover on McBride. Stops, one shoots the off balance jump shot. She hits the tough one and says, that's a foul. What a move by Xander Lassini. Didn't even pass the ball. Said, I'm taking this one on my own. A moving screen there by Napheesa. I think that's the first offensive foul by the Minnesota Lynx. So 47-39 with 48 seconds to go. Ball in play here with the Valkyries. Burton, as I mentioned, has not sat down. He gets it over to Fagbenle. Fagbenle, top of the key here. Nowhere to go. Gets it out back to Burton. Burton, left-hand dribble. Snatchback dribble. Over the three-point line. Gets into the paint. Tries to feed it to Fagbenle. Got too deep. Fight for the ball on the floor. Alana Smith gets it. Throws it from her legs. From her seat. Down to Hiedeman. Hiedeman down the floor. Tries to double clutch and misses. Foul by Napheesa. So that should be free throws for the Golden State Valkyries. So that's a positive there for Golden State. So Burton will go to the line for free throws. Oh, they called it a transition take foul. Wow. That's a transition take foul on the Minnesota Lynx. So that's that's free throw and possession here for the Valkyries. Burton knocks down the free throw. So it's a 7-point game. Cheryl Reeve berating the ref here. Ball in play with Burton. About a 2-second. Is the shot clock off? I think the shot clock is off here. 15 seconds to go here. Ball with Burton at half court. Fagbenle comes to set the screen. Burton finds Fagbenle on the roll. Fagbenle, oh, I think Alana Smith got a piece from behind. That was a sure layup. Hiedeman from half court. And it's an air ball. A huge second quarter for the Minnesota Lynx. And they have the lead, a 7-point lead, 47-40 at halftime. Let's take a look. Let's get ready for halftime first, and then we'll take a look at the box score and things of that nature. Okay, 15 minutes for halftime. That will start now. Right, 15 minutes for halftime. Score is 47-40 at the half. Hutch, what's going on? Salute. I'm glad you're here, my friend. Hope all is well. 47-40 is the score. The Golden State Valkyries won the first quarter 28-21. Minnesota came back in the second, outscored them 26-12. For Golden State, Janelle Salon with 8 points, 3 rebounds. Xander Lassini with 10 and 4 rebounds. Fagbenle, team high 12 points. Should have had 14. She missed the layup there. I don't know if Smith got a piece of that on the block attempt. 10 for Veronica Burton. She's played all 20 minutes. Her and Janelle Salon have played all 20 minutes in this one so far. 10.6 assists. Kyla Charles yet to score. Does have 3 fouls. Kate and Ileana both with no points. Valkyrie shooting 40% from the field, 40% from 3. And 75% from the line on 8 attempts. And they have 6 turnovers as a team. Kat said, Jay, you are the best. You called the game so well that I feel like I'm watching the game. Appreciate that, Kat. Appreciate that. Try to call the game so that people can visualize it. Appreciate those kind words. For Minnesota, Napheesa with 11. and 5 rebounds. She's 5 for 5 from the line. Bridget Carlton with 2, 5 for Alana Smith, 14 for Kayla McBride, and Courtney Williams with none. Yikes. Hiedeman with 9, Shepard with 6, and that's their bench. That's giving them a boost here. 15 points off their bench here. According to ESPN, looking at the team stats here, the rebound battle is being won by the Lynx 20-16. The assist battle has been won by the Valkyries 11-9. The turnover battle is being won by the Lynx. They have 5. The Valkyries have 6. The Valkyries have given up 7 points off of their 6 turnovers. The Lynx have given up 4 points off of their 5 turnovers. Points in the paint in favor of the Lynx, 22-14. And they're also winning the fast break battle 6-2 in favor of the Lynx. Largest lead of the game has been 10 by both teams. So that's the deal there. 47-40 at the half. RC says, Jay, what do you think the best game of the day? What do you think will be the best game of the day? I'm going to say Seattle. No, I'm actually going to say Indiana. I'll say Indiana, Atlanta. In terms of best game, I think that'll be a good one, even without all the people they have missing. But I think Indiana is gonna have something to prove that they can still probably get the job done, being short-handed. I know you and the Aces, man. That should be a good one as well. I want to see if Seattle, after barely getting into the playoffs, if they can make something shake in that first round. That's funny. That one's an interesting matchup. I said Lexi. Jewel Lloyd versus her former team in the first round of the playoffs. Who knows how everything, the inner stuff that happened within the team last season, but that should be a really good one. I don't think anybody gonna be scrapping on the floor or anything, but that should be some slightly negatively filled hoops. All right, so that's it for this game. We can preface the other games that are coming up. Oh man, I got stuff all out of whack. Let me fix some stuff here. There we go. Let's center some stuff up. All right, so we have. Let's refresh this. It's still saying this game hasn't started. There we go. So we have 3 games left in the WNBA playoff slate today. So the next game we have on the calendar is, let me move this right quick, is the Indiana Fever versus the Atlanta Dream. That game is at 3 p.m. on ABC. The Indiana Fever are the 6th seed. The Atlanta Dream are the 3rd seed. As you can see, they have a list of injuries here, and that's not even the whole list there for the Indiana Fever. Atlanta has no one to report injured. I think Indiana, let me verify before I spread false information. During the regular season, the season series is tied at 2 games apiece. Granted, some of those games were with Caitlin. The Fever won their last game of the series on July 11th. In Indiana, 99-82. The Fever also won on May 22nd. So, they haven't played in a while. So these teams could be radically different than the last time they played. RC says Xander Lucini is facing her former team too, but yeah, Jewel versus her former team. Yeah, Xander Lucini is facing her former squad. I think I did mention that for those who didn't know. But this is the next game on the WNBA playoff slate. That game is at 3 p.m. on ABC. At 5 o'clock, the game will be back on stream for. It'll be at 5 p.m. The New York Liberty, the 5 seed, defending champs at starting this year's playoffs as the 5 seed, taking on the Phoenix Mercury, who are the 4 seed. New York has everybody back healthy, so there should be no excuses now. That was one of the excuses all season. They were missing players due to health, players missing months and weeks at a time. So we'll see what happens in that first game. Phoenix, I think, won that season series 3-1, if I remember correctly. Yep. The Liberty won the game on July 25th at home, but Phoenix has won all the other games. I don't think they've played a healthy Liberty team besides the game the Liberty won, so I think that's what the Liberty think they have going for them. So we'll see what happens there. Phoenix did win the season series 3-1, so I cannot take that away from them. That game is at 5 p.m. on ESPN, and then we have a nice long break. I guess they don't want to compete with Sunday Night Football, which is a good idea. And they'll start at 10 p.m. Seattle on the road, the 7 seed taking on the 2 seed Las Vegas Aces, coming in with a 16-game winning streak. That game's at 10 p.m. on ESPN. As I already gave you some of the underlying storylines, Jewell Loyd facing her former team, the team that she won multiple championships with. So we shall see how good that game is. I think Vegas, let me see what Vegas did in that season series. The season series is tied at 2 games apiece. But the Storm have not faced the Aces since August 8th. The wins they got against the Aces were, of course, before they flipped the switch on their season. But it should be a competitive series. Looking at the lineups there, if you go 1 for 1, you got Sky versus Chelsea, and then you got Jackie. Who's that? Jackie and Brittany Sykes. And then at the 3, you got Gabby Williams versus whoever that is. Gabby Williams might end up guarding somebody else. And then you got Nneka and Alyssa Smith. And then you got Ezzy and Asia. Or Nneka might switch on to Asia. We'll know. But they do have the length to compete. You got Dom Malonga coming off the bench. So we shall see. Yeah, Hutch, I mean, you're going to have to compete, my friend. There's no getting around it. Yeah, you can compete in the afternoon. The night is a little tougher on Sunday Night Football, but unfortunately, there's only 7 days in the week, and if you don't do Sunday, you're gonna have to do Saturday, and people gonna say you're competing with college football. So you just stick to Sunday, and that's when ESPN ABC has the most availability because they don't do any Sunday games. They do Monday football, so. It also goes with what the network partners have available. So that is why these games primarily are on Sunday. Let me pull up the upcoming schedule so you guys can see the rest of the week. Pull this up for y'all while we have some time. So that game's going on now. We already went through all of these games here for today. The next time teams will play after today is on Tuesday. We'll have 2 series going on, Atlanta and Indiana at 7:30, and then we have Vegas and Seattle at 9:30 on Tuesday. On Wednesday, this series will resume. You have Phoenix and New York for game 2 back in New York at 8 p.m. I will be here to do that game. I won't be at Barclays. Didn't buy the tickets this year. And Minnesota and Golden State, their game 2 will be at 10 p.m. on Wednesday. And if it goes to a game 3, then those teams that played on Tuesday will play on Thursday for game 3. And then same for those teams that played on Wednesday will play on Friday for game 3. And then before you know it, next Sunday, the semifinals start. So it's a week-long series in this best of 3 series between these teams. $47-40 at the half, 47-40. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Ron says, really, most games will be 2 games only? That's your prediction, my friend? We shall see. Should make things interesting. The only series, let me pull this up so we can look at the playoff chart here. So the only series I can see possibly going, well, I shouldn't say possibly. Let me see. I could see this Vegas-Seattle series possibly going 3 games. Phoenix Liberty, I could see going 3 games as well, to be honest with you. And that's it. Maybe Atlanta, Indiana. That would be 3rd on my list. If I had to rank them, the first series I think would be Phoenix Liberty will go 3 games. Second on my list would probably be Atlanta, Indiana, and then Vegas, Seattle. You said Vegas is absolutely 2-0? Sheesh. We have no faith in Seattle. I think Seattle can pull off 1 game. And that game would probably be in Seattle. I know Vegas has been, but Vegas got to lose eventually. They ain't going to win 9 straight games to win the chip. So they're going to have to lose eventually. So I think they could lose 1 game in this series. Right. As long as Seattle doesn't, if Seattle goes into the 4th quarter with a 20-plus point lead, which I doubt, they'll win. If they go into the 4th quarter with a little lead, I think they'll fold, like we saw against the Sparks multiple times this season. But if they keep it close, I think they can snatch it in the end. But they got to keep it close. All right, y'all, we still at halftime. But you see the playoff chart there and what teams will face each other in the next round, which is a best of 5 series. Right, looks like the broadcast is restarting now. All right, let's get back to business here. Albert, what's up? The Lynx are playing a playoff game, but the top deck covering Black City, they cannot. Is it really? I haven't really observed. I guess it's early. What time is it in Minnesota? Is Minnesota 2? I think Minnesota's 2 hours behind East, right? Or is it an hour behind East? I can't remember. So that means this game would have started at 12 noon. But we'll see, y'all. Oh, I thought I reset this. My bad. All right, let's get ready for the 3rd quarter. I'm ending this poll. I'm ending the poll. Minnesota Central Time. Thanks, Hutch. Yeah, so they're an hour behind East. So that game started at 12 noon. Maybe people was partying too hard last night. Who knows? Ball and play here with the Valkyries. Let's see how they come out in this quarter. Angelicini down the lane, bumps off Alana Smith, and we'll go to the line for free throws to start. Minnesota has won 4 championships. They deserve better. I mean, listen, yeah, probably today's a busy day. I don't know, because usually it's usually packed out there, right? I don't know. Or maybe people don't want to see the Valkyries as the Valkyries hit the first free throw of the second half. Jeez, tongue twister over here. Xanda Lassini against her former team, as I've mentioned multiple times. She knocks down both free throws. So a good start to the second half. getting to the line, drawing a foul on Alana Smith. 47-42, 5-point game. Bridget Carlton over to Alana Smith. They're looking for Fee. Fag Benley cuts that off. And they call a foul on Fag Benley for denying Fee the spot, but I guess that's a foul. Fee was trying to fight over, but I don't know. I'm not a referee, so I'll let that be. Ball into Alana Smith. Almost loses it. Guarded by Salon. Over to Williams. She's scoreless. Over to Fee in the left corner. Fee on the drive. Guarded by Burton. Williams on the drive. Down to Fee. Fee spins. Fall away over Burton. I'm telling you, she can't even see her when she goes for that jump shot. She's too little. Fee fading away. Knocks down the left baseline jump shot. You got to avoid that switch as much as possible. Fag Bentley finds Zandalicini on the roll. Out to Kyla Charles. Up top to Burton. Burton back to Zandalicini. No hesitation for three. Off. Alana Smith with the rebound. Courtney Williams on the attack here. Let's see if she tries to get herself involved or keep getting her teammates involved. Picks up her dribble. Out to Fee. Fee on the drive. Gets cut off. Alana Smith wide open. Right wing three is good. Can't leave her open. She's a competent three-point shooter. And back to a 10-point game here. 52-42. Burton with the ball. Burton right to left crossover on Carlton. Gets downhill. Bad pass gets tipped by Courtney Williams, and she saves it in bounds. Courtney Williams looking for her first basket. Goes up, lays it in, gets fouled, and won. So not an ideal start for the Valkyries in this third quarter. I'm trying to see where the foul was. I didn't really see it on that angle, but Courtney Williams hits the free throw for the three-point play. Largest lead of the game here, 55-42. This could get bad real quick if they don't fix up here. Burton over to Kyla Charles. Charles on the sweep-through move, bumps off Courtney Williams. One leg fall away, too strong. Almost put a hole in the backboard with that brick, and rebound to Carlton. Carlton over to Williams. Williams over to Alana Smith. Drives baseline. Pass gets... Oh, it's a foul on the pass by Fag Benley. Timeout on the floor here. I'm assuming it's by the Valkyries. They may need to talk some things over here. It is by the Valkyries. Gotta talk this over. This game's getting out of hand early. 8:02 to go in the third quarter. Kimo, do you think the Valks are done? Yeah. It's getting late early, as they say. It's getting late early. But it's 55-42, 8:02 to go. Or what JP said, over 50 in here. Don't forget to hit the like. Please hit the like. Helps the channel out tremendously. I see we got 2 subs already on the stream. Appreciate those who subbed. We're at 1,329. Appreciate you guys for subbing out. It's hard to keep up with this Minnesota Lynx team. All it takes is a quarter, and it's game, set, match. Still in commercial here. Still in commercial. You're not missing a thing. Score is 55-42 in the third quarter. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Next game is on ABC between the 6-seed Indiana Fever and the 3-seed Atlanta Dream. Atlanta was an 8th seed last year. They faced the Liberty in the first round where they lost in 2. Now they've moved up to 3 under new head coach Carl Smesko. They had a couple of additions in the offseason, like Brianna Jones, Brittany Griner. Naz Hillman came back new and improved. Alicia Gray leveled up her game as well. So, very dangerous team, that Atlanta Dream team. No pun intended there. Right after that game, we'll have the New York Liberty taking on the Phoenix Mercury. That should be a good one as well. All right, broadcast is coming back on now. Broadcast is coming back on. They're talking about Aaliyah Boston, career high in points per game and assists per game. Only missed 0 missed games in her 3 WNBA seasons. So she's been a clean bill of health in her career so far. Historic season for Kelsey Mitchell as well. Ball and play here with the Minnesota Lynx. Courtney Williams down the lane, jump past Atlanta Smith, gets tipped away by Burton on the pass with 5 on the shot clock. Bridget Carlton to inbound in front of her bench. Nowhere to go. Gets it into Williams. Williams comes off the pass, pump fakes, off balance jump shot, and she hits that one. So she just needed to see the ball go in the basket on that layup, and she hits that contested mid-range jump shot, 57-42. Golden State with the ball. Hand off to Kyla Charles. Minnesota has turned up the intensity here on the defensive end. Back Bentley over to Kyla. Kyla tries to get downhill, throws up the right-hand layup, and gets her first basket of the game, I believe. Yep, that's her first basket. Kyla Charles with the layup. And that was a tough layup, too. 57-44. That's the score. I don't think they updated the score bug on the broadcast. Unless I'm just wrong. That's 3 fouls on Napheesa. She got an illegal screen there on Napheesa. Ball in play here with the Valkyries. Yeah, they still haven't updated the score on the broadcast. They find Burton on a back cut and gets fouled from behind by Bridget Carlton. And now Carlton will go to the line for free throws. Burton at the line has not taken a breather as of yet. First free throw is up and good. I think they have the score wrong on the broadcast. I don't think they've recognized it as of yet. Second one is up and good. I'm surprised nobody's recognized either. Ball in play here with the Minnesota Lynx. 57-46 is the correct score. Williams over the Bridget over to Napheesa for 3. And 3 knocks down the, I said 3 knocks down the Fee. Fee knocks down the 3. 60-44. Burton gets a turnover. McBride with the steal and gets it over to Carlton. Because even on ESPN's website, it says 46. That's why I think the broadcast is off. Williams up top to Bridget. Bridget attacks over to McBride, who shoots the 3, and long rebound goes to Salon. Yeah, multiple of the sites say 46. And we have a moving screen by Fag Benley here. And she's saying to review that Courtney Williams doubled over in pain on her back on the floor here. Probably got the wind knocked out of her. I don't know if that's a foul. There's no, I know what she's saying. You have to give the defender time to see the screen. No, she was set and ran into the screen. But it is what it is. Debbie Antonelli be saying some stuff on the broadcast. 60-46 is the score. That's what I see here on both Yahoo and ESPN's website. So that's what I'm going with. I think they just have it wrong on the broadcast at the moment. it wouldn't be a good screen if the person, the defender, had to see it. Then they just anticipate the screen. So I don't agree with that assessment by Debbie Antonelli, but it is what it is. They're coming back right now. Yeah, the defender has to watch where they're going. Look, she's stationary. Courtney tries to move and get screened off. You got screened. Your teammate has to call that screen out, in my opinion. Like she's standing right there. That's typical basketball. You got to call out the screens for your teammate. If the defender is looking straight forward, how are they supposed to see a screen? Like, so I don't understand her her opinion there, or her assessment there, I should say. They said it's an illegal screen, so they don't have any more challenges for the rest of the game. Yeah, I wish they had like you know how sometimes in the NBA broadcast, like during the playoffs and during the NFL, they have like a rules explainer. I wish they would have that here to say what makes it illegal. But it is what it is, as they say. So it's Minnesota ball. No, the Valkyries have no more challenges the rest of this game. Ball in play here with Williams, guarded by Kyla Charles. Full court defense, gets it over to Atlanta Smith. Smith finds McBride. McBride down to Fee. Oh, Burton gets a hand on it from behind, pokes it away. It's a steal. Burton, guarded by McBride. Now Fee switches back on to her. Burton, nowhere to go. Finds it to Zandalacini. Zandalacini jump past the Salon. Turn, fall away. That looked off from she shot it. And Fee snatches the rebound. Courtney Williams gets to the foul line. Midi off. Salon with the rebound. Danger zone here. 60-46. They fixed the score here. Kyla Charles with the ball. Oh, tries to get it down to Mo Billings, who's getting her first minutes, and snatched out the air by Courtney Williams. Kick ball by Zandalacini to stop a short layup. Ball over to McBride. McBride down the Fee, and a foul on the reaching by Salon. So Minnesota to inbound on the sideline, gets it into Atlanta Smith over to Bridget Carlton. Courtney Williams up top to Bridget. Bridget for three. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Grabbed by Salon. Burton with the ball. Goes behind the back. And that's a foul. They call a foul on Courtney Williams for the armbar there. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 60-46. Who's back? Oh, Dejanay Carrington getting some minutes. She's been out for a couple of games here due to that shoulder injury. But she's in the game. Ball into Zandalacini. She'll be Burton's primary defender here. Zandalacini draws a foul on Kayla McBride, who was reaching in. Yeah, Cat, so you can't take a break. Cannot take a break here. Ball in play here with Burton. Burton comes off the screen going to her left. Burton over to Xander Lassini in the left corner, guarded by McBride. Xander Lassini in the post against Kayla McBride. One fall away over and gets fouled on the jump shot. So Xander Lassini drew a couple fouls there on Kayla McBride on that possession. Ooh. Oh, is it landing space or is it on? I don't know. I don't know if they say it was on the elbow or if it was landing space, but the Lynx will not challenge. Xander Lassini knocks down the free throw. They're being outscored 13-8 in this quarter. The Valkyries are 13-8. Oh, I hate when that happens. Hate when that happens. Xander Lassini at the line for the second free throw. Cashes in. When your phone overheats and then you can't do anything with it, shuts down. 60-48. If the Valkyries can get within 6 to 8 points, they'll be in good spot, but it's not going to happen there as Kayla McBride hits the left wing three and gives a big clap to the crowd. 17 points for Kayla McBride. 63-48. Mo Billings with the ball at half court. Spins into the paint. Out to Burton. Burton, right-hand drive. Burton snakes under the basket. Out to Salon. Wide open for three. They need it and can't get it. Fight for the rebound. Alana Smith pokes it away. And they say it's a foul from behind on Burton. They can't review it anyway. And now it's free throws the rest of the quarter for the Minnesota Lynx. They are in the bonus here. As Alana Smith misses the first free throw. And hits the second. 64-48. Oh, it's got you. A little hot out there in St. Louis, Missouri. And a block there by Courtney Williams on Xander Lassini. The Valkyries will retain possession. Xander Lassini blew by Kayla McBride. She stopped for the pull-up, tried to go for the floater, and Courtney Williams with the block. Burton gets it in, but it's smacked out by Alana Smith. Inbound. Carla Late has checked in for some minutes here. Burton gets it into Xander Lassini in the right corner, right in front of Valkyrie's bench. She steps back for a contested three. It looked like it went in, but it just missed. It hit the side of the rim and then hit the net. Courtney Williams off the screen, finds Napheesa on the roll. That's a travel. They don't call it, and she finishes. It looked like a travel to me. 66-48. Burton with the ball. Burton attacks. Burton finds Monique Billings on the roll. Turnover. Valkyries unraveling. And Burton from behind taps the ball out of bounds. 66-48. That's what happens when your bench is not giving you really any productivity. You got to run the starters. And they're starting to wear down a bit. Burton guarding Williams with the ball. McBride with the ball. Gets it to Feeble. Gets tipped and stolen by the Valkyries. They have a 3-on-2. Burton goes cross court to Martin. Martin loads up for a three. They need it. They get it. Kate Martin knocks down a three. 66-51. They still have a chance to get this within single digits before the end of the third quarter. Alana Smith, top of the key three. Oh, it goes halfway down, rolls all the way up, and out to Martin on the rebound. Xander Lassini. Back to Martin. Over to Burton. Burton, quick attack. Dejanay Carrington with the reach in and foul. So they're in the bonus as well. So they'll be shooting free throws here. Burton, I don't know how she's still standing. Well-conditioned athlete. She's played all 27 and a half minutes of this game. Her and Janelle Salon. Listen, you get to this point of the season, you just got to give it all you got. Burton hits the first free throw. Rupier checks in for Mo Billings. Kayla McBride goes to the bench for the Lynx. Hiedeman comes back in. Jessica Shepard comes in as well for Bridget Carlton. Veronica Burton with 14 points and 7 assists after that made free throw. 66-53 here. 13-point game. So they're not too far out of contention yet over to Napheesa. Napheesa on the drive on Salon. She gets into the paint. Another bump. Shoots the off-balance jump shot and scores. Burton steps back for a three. They need this one. Off. Rebound to Shepard. Williams with the ball. Williams at the top of the key here. Crossover on Salon. Gets into the paint. Pass to Shepard. Out to Hiedeman. Hiedeman into the paint. Switches hands. Throws up the left-hand floater and scores. Crafty move by Natisha Hiedeman. And it's 70-53. So they just did so much good. And the lead has gone right back up. Burton over to Rupier with 1:44 to go. Rupier back to Burton, right side. Burton at the three-point line. Picks up her dribble over to Salon. Attacks right. Comes back left. Picks up her dribble on the left-hand side over to Kate Martin. Kate Martin with 2 on the clock. Has to shoot a contested fall away and gets fouled on the three. That might be a three. And Napheesa with the foul, they're going to review it to see if they're going to upgrade this to a flagrant. So Fee may have bailed her out there. Desperation heave with the shot clock running down. And Napheesa with a little bit of a limp, not limp, but a little off balance there on the walk. So Golden State would hope this is an upgrade because they get the flagrant. And she gets behind the three-point line. Yeah, Fee, that's a flagrant. That's a flagrant. She jumps and her foot goes right in the landing area. So Kate Martin can't put her foot down. So that might be upgraded. Yeah, Kate be drawing these 3-point fouls, man. She did it against the Liberty a number of times. So I think this gets upgraded to a flagrant. So this would be a blessing for the Valkyries because they'll get the flagrant and then they'll get possession, I believe, if that's how the flagrant works. Yeah, Fee goes right because Kate Martin pulls her foot back in order not to land. Because Napheesa hits Kate's foot on the contest, which causes her foot to recoil there. They're playing some Keisha Cole in the arena. I ain't gonna sing for y'all on the stream. Vocal cords ain't warmed up. But it's 70-53. Let's take a quick look at the box score while we have some time here. While they're reviewing this. Let's refresh. 70-53. Minnesota outscoring the Valkyries 23-13 in the third. These 2 quarters have done them in. 26-12 in the second, 23-13 in the third. Xander Lassini with 14, Fag Bentley with 12, 14 for Burton. Kate Martin with the previous 3 is the only points off the bench for this team. And let's see, they're oh, so they say it's a common foul, no upgrade to the flagrant. I think they robbed Golden State of a flagrant. I guess if you have to land for it to be a flagrant, I guess. I don't know. But Kate Martin, however, will shoot all three free throws. So Napheesa will go to the bench here for to rest the rest of this third quarter. Martin first free throw is up, and she rattles it in. Second one is up and good. Third one is up, and she knocks down all three free throws. Ball in play here with the Minnesota Lynx. A minute 20 to go here in the third quarter. Alana Smith over to Dejanay Carrington. Bumps off. Nowhere to go. Gets it up top to Alana Smith. Left side to Hiedeman. Hiedeman comes off the screen, going to her right. Jump pass to Dejanay. Dejanay loads up for a three and cashes in. Dejanay Carrington, her first basket of the game in her return to the lineups. And it's 73-56. 17-point game here. A minute to go. Burton over to Rupier. Rupier, no hesitation for three. Off the side of the rim. Salon saves it. But unfortunately, her foot was out of bounds to its Lynx ball. Ball in play with Shepard. Shepard under the basket. Shepard out to Williams. Williams puts up the three, and she scores. Uh-oh, now it's starting to rain threes here for the Minnesota Lynx. 76-56, a 20-point game. Xander Lassini with the ball. Gets it up top to Salon with 23 seconds to go. Salon crossover, pulls up for a long midi, and scores. Tough move by Janelle Salon. She likes those little fall away, awkward looking jump shots. But shot clock is off. Hiedeman at the controls here. Hiedeman. They ran a late double over to get it over to Shepard, over to Carrington. Carrington loads up for another three. And that's 2 threes for Dejanay Carrington. You cannot leave her that wide open. And Burton from half court off the front of the rim. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of three, Dejanay with 2 big threes. Courtney Williams with a three as well. 79-58 at the end of the third quarter. Minnesota in firm control of this one as we head to the fourth. Se 79-58. They get outscored 32-18 in the third. 32-18, 21-point lead. So they upped it from the last one. They went 26-12 in the second, 32-18 in the third. Yikes. Golden State, Janelle Salon with 10.6 rebounds, 14 for Xander Lassini, 12 for Fagbenlate, 14 for Burton with 7 assists. She does have 6 turnovers, however. 2 for Kyla, 6 for Martin off the bench, the only player off the bench to score. They're shooting 31% from 3, 7 for 22. For Minnesota, Napheesa with 20 points and 6 rebounds. Bridget Carlton with 2, 9 for Alana Smith, 17 for Kayla McBride, 8 for Courtney Williams, 11 for Hiedeman off the bench, with Shepard and Carrington adding 6 apiece. So that's great bench production there. Kat said, am I streaming all the games? No, I'm not doing the next one between the Fever and the Dream. I have to run out to an event really quickly. A couple minutes away. Show face. Grab some food. and then I got to come back home and watch the Liberty game. 79-58, 79-58 as we get ready for the fourth and final quarter here. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. Helps the channel out tremendously. We'll be covering as many playoff games as possible over the span of the playoff run. That's what happens when you slack. I'll be putting up, as soon as this stream is over, I'll be getting up the stream for the Liberty game. So be on the lookout for that. That game was between the Liberty and the Mercury. They haven't faced each other in the postseason since 2020. Was it 21? I want to say it was single elimination. Liberty, it was just really Sabrina and Benija and the others. Before super team allegations, and we brought Phoenix down to the wire. They hit I think we fouled with like a second left in the game, and Brianna Turner hits 2 free throws, and we couldn't get a shot off to tie the game. Let's see. What is it? Liberty. What time is it? 2:43. Okay. Yeah, I might have to Irish goodbye that event too. Ball back in play for the start of the fourth and final quarter, people. Fourth quarter has started, and the Minnesota Lynx pick up where they left off with a basket. 81-58. That last basket was by Courtney Williams. Oh, and a steal there by Courtney Williams on that entry pass. Courtney Williams, center of the floor, corner over to Hiedeman. Behind the back pass to DeJounte Carrington. Almost hits a fan right in the glasses there in the front row. Ball in play here with the Valkyries. I guess you just gotta see, just chip away and see what can happen. Burton out to Rupier. Rupier for 3 off the front rim. Alana Smith with the rebound. Foul on Salon on the challenge for the rebound. (81-58). Hiedeman over to Williams at the left elbow, guarded by Salon. Gets it down to Napheesa, to Alana against Burton. Out to Hiedeman. Hiedeman for 3. Oh, now it's just raining threes out there in Minnesota. Hiedeman with the left wing 3. And it's 10 for 21 for 3 for the Minnesota Lynx. This game's 84-58. My goodness. Martin tries to answer with a 3. Short. Fight for the rebound between Shepard and Williams. They didn't even recognize both of them on the same team, and they get it away to Hiedeman. Hiedeman finds Shepard on the attack, misses, gets her own rebound somehow, and a jump ball by Kate Martin. Army Mustang salute. Thanks for finding the channel. Appreciate it. Kat, once you download the app, just click on the link in my YouTube description that says Discord, and then it'll take you right to me. Ball in play, and on the jump ball, they call a lane violation by Courtney Williams. Kate Martin on the inbound here. Martin and Reeve going back and forth here. It's getting a little testy here, even though they up $1 billion. Gets it over to Rupier. Rupier, handoff to Zandalicini. Zandalicini jab steps left, goes right. Attracts two. Cross court pass to the corner for Martin for three. Off. Their threes have gone absolutely cold here in the second half. 84-58. Williams quickly on the attack. Wants the screen. Gets the screen. Pocket pass to Alana Smith. Finds a cutting Shepherd. Blocked from behind by Rupier, but a foul. Jessica Shepherd at the line. First free throw is up and good. And I don't know what happened there. Natalie Nakase got a tech. So Natalie Nakase with a tech. She thought that should have been a foul on that block attempt, but she has no challenges after losing the challenge earlier in the game as the technical foul shot was hit. Yeah, Kat, they're sort of they've this game is pretty much over. As Shepherd knocks down the second free throw. It's about to be a 30-point game here, 29-point game here in Minnesota. Yeah, looking on this team, the only players with playoff experience, Rupier, Zandalicini. Martin was on the team last year with the Aces as she misses the three. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, Hayes would have gave him some good playoff experience. Thornton as well, but both those players are out. Williams, foul line jump shot too strong. Foul on the rebound, pushing Alana Smith. Yeah, a champion. Rupier has won a championship with the Aces, but she wasn't a focal part. Thornton was a focal part of a championship team. Hayes been in the league for $1 billion years. She's been on multiple playoff teams, but they don't have that experience here. That experience is on the bench hurt. And a block there by Rupier on Jess Shepherd. Burton finds Martin. Martin goes corner to Salon. Let's see if this can get to... Oh, and Salon hits the right corner three right in front of her bench to cut the lead down from almost 30. Williams with the ball. Guarded by Kyla Charles. Over to Shepherd. Back over to Williams. Williams playing behind the screen. Williams gets downhill. Corner to Dejanay. She hesitates on the three. Doesn't take it. Dejanay with 3 on the clock. Finds Shepherd. Jump pass to Alana Smith at the buzzer. Misses. Rupier tip rebound. Gets it to Burton. 87-61 with 6.5 to go here. Burton gets downhill. Pass out to Charles. Charles, they need it. They missed that one. And Shepherd, always at the boards, gets another one. Gets it over to Williams, who cuts and finds Hiedeman on the cut, I should say. And Hiedeman lays it in. 89-61. The Stud Buds unite there. Hiedeman up to 16 points off the bench. Timeout called by Coach Nakase. She knows this game is over. Might as well use it as a learning experience here. Get ready to head home and try and steal one in San Jose. Timeout on the floor by Coach Nakase. And this game is a lot to a little right now. 89-61 with 6 minutes to go in this one. Yikes. That's all I can say, people. Yikes. Army Mustang says, unfortunate. Just go for 2s of 3s not working. That is what hurt Golden State the past several games. Ends up looking like a high school, just shooting missed and back down the court. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough for them. A new team going against the runners up last year, the best team in the league this year. I mean, it was a tall challenge from the beginning. So It's a tough one. They started off nicely from three, the Valkyries, but they fell off the pace. They're 8 for 28 from three, 28%. They're shooting 34% overall from the field, and they've racked up the turnovers. They're up to 12. Even though Minnesota has 10, they're shooting in the 50s from the field, 53%. Let's show it. I don't know why. They're outscoring them 10-3 in the fourth. But the Minnesota Lynx shooting 53% from the field, 45% from three, 17 for 20 for 85% for the line. They have 10 steals as a team. Ooh. Sit up a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, it's a tough one here for the Valkyries, but they have one more game to after this one to try and fix things. If not, then they'll be going home. But they shouldn't hold their head down. They've had a successful season, the most successful season as a franchise in their first season. Yeah, their defense, I mean, they need depth as well, Cat. They're missing a lot of depth with all the players, with those two key players, because now you have players like players that would be probably coming off the bench starting. Like you would have Hayes and Thornton starting if they were healthy. So that means like a Kyla Charles wouldn't be starting. Xander Lassini would probably be coming off the bench, or Janelle Salon, or one of them. Because I remember when everybody was healthy, Salon and Thornton started. Xander Lassini came off the bench, so it would be a much different lineup there. Ball in play here with the Valkyries. They get Dejanay Carrington gets the steal and misses the layup. Tip rebound all the way out to Hiedeman, who throws it to Dejanay, and it goes out of bounds. It's 89-61 here. 5:51 to go. Ball in play with the Valkyries. Burton with the ball behind the screen. Burton lines up for a three, doesn't take it. Out to Salon. Salon dribbles left, hand off to Charles. Charles dribbles left, back to Salon. Salon for their contested three and misses. Fight for the rebound. Foul on the floor by Natisha Hiedeman. Ball in play with Kyla Charles and the Valkyries. Carla Late has come in. Veronica Burton goes to the bench for her first rest. She'll probably won't play the rest of this one. Late with a bad pass. Williams gets the steal. A player steps out of their shoe in the backcourt. Jessica Shepard into the paint, triple teamed, and gets fouled. So Jessica Shepard at the line. They're talking about on the broadcast about the Valkyries having to play at the SAP Center in San Jose for those hockey fans. I believe the San Jose Sharks. I think that's their name. They play there. Jessica Shepard knocks down the first free throw and knocks down the second. 91-61, a 30-point game here with 5:14 to go. Ball over to Rupier, over to Carla Late. Late off the screen. Hook past to Rupier. Corner to Martin. Martin, corner three. Can't get it. Fight for the rebound. Tipped out. Martin, touch pass over to Salon. Shot clock resets to 14. Carla Late with the ball, guarded by Shepard. Oh, loses the ball on the dribble. Stolen by Shepard. Shepard down the lane. Layup is up and good. This game is a young team. A young player in Carla Late. Her first playoff experience in the WNBA. Tough experience there. Kyla Charles. Now they're just playing a one-on-one offense. Charles misses the jump shot, and it looks like Coach Reeve is about to clear her bench now. Sherrod and Kliandakova are about to check in. Hiedeman with the ball. Hiedeman gets downhill, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. They should just have a running clock here, like they do in like kids school, like middle school. Just mercy rule. Yeah, Dion. Best of 3 series. This is going a 2-0 sweep here to the Minnesota Lynx, as I predicted before the stream started, as they hit the first free throw. And as the bench mob comes in for Minnesota, the starters get a rousing ovation here. 94-61 with 4:18 to go. So Minnesota on their journey to getting back to the finals starts off with a nice first step, and they're on their way to winning their first game. And Hiedeman knocks down the second. I'm glad you found it too, Army Mustang. Appreciate it. Been doing this my 3rd playoffs doing this. I do it during the regular season. This is my 3rd season doing this. I'm glad you're able to find it. Oh, I thought she was about to finish that. Carla Late, nice cut down the middle of the floor. Gets fouled by fellow rookie Anastasia Kosu out of Russia. She was drafted this year. Carla Late was drafted last draft, the 2024 draft, but came over this season. Anastasia Kosu was drafted this season. As Late hits the first free throw. Late, second free throw is up and rattles it in. 95-63. 4 minutes to go here in this one. Got Hiedeman with the ball. Hiedeman off the screen to the right. Gets it over to Sherrod. Sherrod up top to Hiedeman. Down to Kliandakova. Finds Kosu on the cut and finish. Natisha Me here checked in. Lost Kosu on the cut. And Kosu with her first point of her playoff career, as intentional foul is made. It looks like Cameron Taylor is going to check in for Natisha Hiedeman. So it's all bench squad. Oh, for Dejanay Carrington, excuse me. It's all bench squad here. Chen. Oh, not Chen. Martin inbounds to Late. And Martin steps out of bounds. She made the 3, but stepped out of bounds. Hiedeman, looks like she turned her ankle there. Gets up slowly. 97-63. 3:34 to go. Let me run my clock down a bit more. My bad. So it is Minnesota ball. Kliandakova inbounds to Hiedeman. She seems to be okay. Crosses half court. 3:30 to go. Hiedeman off the screen over to Sherrod. Sherrod wants the screen going to her right. Sherrod gets downhill over to Kosu. Corner to Taylor. Taylor up top to Sherrod with 7 on the clock. Sherrod drives right. Hand off to Kosu. Kosu into the paint. Step through. Left hand layup. Oh! Anastasia Kosu with the left hand finish. Oops, added it to the wrong team. So she has 4 points in her playoff debut. 99-63. Martin, cross-court pass to Chen, and they call a foul by Hiedeman. We have a timeout on the floor here. 99-63, 2:56 to go. Lynx on their way to winning game 1. All right, let's take a look at the box score while we have some time here. Let's take a look at the box score. (99-63). They're outscoring them 20-5 in the fourth. After that first quarter by the Valkyries, it's been downhill ever since. The Lynx have just absolutely taken over. You can see the box score there for both teams. See the box score there for both teams. Right? Next game, that game will be on ABC. I'll also put it in the Discord for y'all. It'll be Dream versus Fever, or Fever versus Dream, Fever Dream, Dream Fever, however you want to slice it. That'll be next. I won't be on live stream for that. I'll be back for the Liberty game. I need this game to end so I can go give my hour of time, show face, and then skedaddle. What am I doing? Still in a timeout right here. Still in a timeout. You're not missing anything. Salute to everybody who joined. We got a couple new subs here on this watch along. Appreciate all the new subs. Appreciate you guys a lot. It helps the channel grow tremendously as we start off the 2025 WNBA playoffs. All right, that's it with the box score. Let's scroll back up. 99-63, 99-63 is the score. Oh, Sylvia Fowles, the Hall of Famer, won multiple championships with the Minnesota Lynx, is in the building. A two-time champion, two-time finals MVP. Sylvia Fowles, one of the best rebounders in W history. Out of LSU, if I remember correctly. I think. Somebody correct me. Ball in play here. And a foul here on the Lynx. Carla Late holding her face. They're going to review this one. They're going to review this one. Ron said, good job. Looking forward to the next game. Dreaming for an Atlanta win. We shall see. They're going to look to see if this is going to be upgraded, people. They're just prolonging the inevitable here, but I guess you gotta abide by the protocols and all that. Thank you, Polo. Salute, salute. Purple and gold down in LSU. Oh, Kosu trying to get through the screen. Catches Carla Late with an elbow. Is it Kasu or Kosu? I heard Kosu. I heard Kasu from this lady. They're still reviewing this. So we'll see what the resolution is here. They over here playing the boots on the ground in the arena, and some of the Minnesota Lynx players, Kayla McBride and Dejanay over here, fake whipping the fan. That Atlanta Indiana game has started on ABC. Scores at the top of your screen here. I would think, I would hope they would just have a running clock, but it's professional sports. They ain't gonna do that. Come on, guys. We're here yawning. Excuse me. I got my boots on. It's a common foul. No upgrade here. No upgrade with 2:53 to go. 99-63. I got my boots on the ground. All right, so can we get this continued, please? Mm, 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 mm. All right, so Carla late at the line for free throws. Jeez. Thing is like dragging out people. And Carla late hits the first. Second one is up, and she knocks down both free throws. Ball in play here. Sorry, I didn't start the clock. 65-99. Kosu into the lane. Pass out to Taylor. Corner to Hiedeman. Hiedeman off the screen. Hiedeman guarded by Caitlin Chen. Gets it down to Cameron Taylor. Turnaround, fall away. Misses. Rupier with the rebound. Gets it over to Late. Late gets the screen from Ami here. Gets it over to Rupier. Rupier finds Kate Martin on the back cut. Gets fouled by Taylor. Oh, they just dragging this out, y'all. I'm sorry. So Kate Martin, 6 points off the bench. She at the line for another free throw. Knocks it down. And Martin misses the second. Long rebound to Kliandakova. She dribbles it off her foot. And ball to the Valkyries. All right. Martin gets it into Rupier. Rupier has it. Gets it over to Carla Late. Late at half court. Late goes behind the back on Hiedeman. Crossover. Drives right. Picks up her dribble. Steps through. Off balance. Midi is off. Fight for the rebound. Cameron Taylor with the rebound. Throws it out to Hiedeman. Let's see if they can crack the 100-point mark. Taylor over to Sherrod. Sherrod comes off the screen. Gets downhill. Sherrod down the lane. Over to Hiedeman in the corner for three. Short. Fight for the rebound. And Kliandakova gets it. Gets it over up top to Sherrod. Sherrod comes off the screen, going right into the paint. Goes floater, too strong off the glass. Gets her own rebound. And slows it down. Sherrod with the ball. Sherrod down the paint. Out to Hiedeman. Hiedeman for three. And no, they can't break 100. Stuck at 99 here. Natisha and me here with the rebound. Chen over to Ami here. Back to Chen. Chen playing behind the screen. Over to Martin. Martin for another three. And she buries that one. Kate Martin cashes in from three. Sherrod with the ball. Sherrod over to Kliandakova. Foul line jump shot is up. Misses. Fight for the rebound. Gets tipped out to Chen. 50 seconds to go in this. 5-0. And what was an entertaining game in the first quarter quickly turned into a blowout. 30-point lead on our hands right now. Martin with the ball. Martin down the lane. Attacks the rookie. Gets fouled. Why are you fouling? And they'll go to the line for free throws. So 99-69, Martin at the line misses the first free throw. Second one is up, and she buries the second one. Back to a what's that? 29-point game. 30 seconds to go here in this one, y'all. Sherrod with the ball. Sherrod over to Taylor in the corner. Up top to Sherrod. Left side to Hiedeman. Hiedeman finds Kosu. Oh, she missed Taylor. Up over to Kliendakova. Kliendakova throws up the floater. Oh, Kosu throws up the floater and she scores. So Kosu in her playoff debut putting in work here. 101-70. They break the 100-point mark. Caitlin Chen reverse layup, and she gets her first playoff points of the game. Of her career, I should say. And just like that, the quarter and the game is over. The Minnesota Lynx dismantle the Golden State Valkyries 101-72. They move to 1-0 in the postseason. The Valkyries drop to 0-1 with the next game at home for them. We'll take a quick look at the box score, and then I gotta run, folks. 101-72 final score. You see the fourth quarter, 22-14 in the fourth. Salon with 13, 14 for Zandalicini, 12 for Fagbenle, 14 for Burton, 11 for Kate Martin. Got Minnesota Napheesa with 20, 11 for Courtney Williams, 17 for K-Mac. Off the bench, you have 18 for Hiedeman and 12 for Jess Shepard with 8 rebounds. All right, y'all, that's it from me. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe on the way out. I will be back at 5 p.m. Eastern, so in the next hour and some change for Liberty Mercury. I will put the Dream Fever game in the Discord right as I get off. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll see you guys in a bit. Salute!